Yo. I thought we fixed this, man. What are you doing?
I'm getting it, man.
What are you training?
My shoulders, bro.
Okay, all right, we're gonna teach him how to train his shoulders today. All right, what's up guys? Coach Frank here at the compound, and in a minute I'm gonna help Jared fix these side lateral raises so he can build that wide taper physique that he's been looking for. But remember guys, there's a lot more that contributes to our success in the gym, to the success of transforming your body. It's not just the exercises, it's not just what we eat. Our hormones play a massive factor. So stick around to the end today guys. I'm gonna show you how you can get a free report on what is killing your testosterone. But let's get into fixing Jared's lateral raises. All right, bro. I love what you're doing here, man. I love the goal, but we gotta make some.
Do you really love it though?
I love you, and okay, I think that's what matters the most. So we need to make some corrections. And first, let's drop the weight here because I think that's all your ego. So I want you to pick the lightest dumbbells.
So 20 pounds is my ego?
Your 20 pounds is your ego. Yeah. So let's grab the 7.5s here. Okay. Now with our shoulders, there's 3 heads, and I think the first thing we need to understand is what is the goal of this exercise as far as what muscle are we trying to train?
I mean, shoulders, right?
Shoulders, but which one of the 3 heads within the shoulder are we specifically trying to target with this exercise?
Point out the 3 different ones and I'll tell you which one I'm going for.
Let's roll this up here. Okay, so we have our front delt, we have our side medial delt, and then we have a rear delt. So with a side lateral,
I'm guessing it's here, yeah?
Okay, perfect. So we're gonna try to work our side delt. Now, one thing we wanna keep in mind when we're using dumbbells, because of the way that which this load is gonna drive tension, it's gonna work against gravity, right? So what muscles on top is going to carry the vast majority of the load. So starting here, I just want you to stand straight up. Just raise your shoulder to the side. What we can see here is this part is partially, this front delt is partially on top. So that means that even though we're lifting to the side, this part of your shoulder is going to do the majority of the work. So in order to change that, you need to slightly bend forward here. I don't want you to rotate, I want you to slightly bend forward at the hip. So instead of going here, I want you to be here, okay? Now we've positioned this to where the side delt is on top. So that's the first cue, is we want to make sure the muscle that we're training is going to be on top. And this is going to have to give you guys out there that are trying this, just play with this in front of the mirror a handful of times in order to find the perfect positioning. So we're going to have that, so that muscle is going to be on top.
Bending my knee a little?
Slight bend in the knee, and that's just for support. Another thing you were doing is you were initiating the movement with a shrug because you were using way more weight than you needed to. So the first movement was you're shrugging to get the momentum going. So in addition to what's on top carries the vast majority of the load, what moves first is going to, and again, be a prime mover for that. So by shrugging, you've now made this a trap exercise. So without moving anything here, let's extend that out. Okay, and now back down. And you feel just how much more tension is going into your shoulder here right now.
Is my elbow bent?
It doesn't matter. I mean, actually more of a straight arm would be more beneficial, because as you bend it, that's just making it lighter, because the distance from this weight to the joint that's moving is going to actually determine how much of this 7.5 pounds is going into your shoulder. So if we bend it here, I mean, there's not a big gap here.
It feels more up here anyway.
Yep. So we want to keep that there. And then the third cue, Jared, is I want you to almost think about going down and out, and you should try to touch that wall over there. So slight bend here at the hips. We're gonna keep our side delt on top. We're not gonna shrug first, and then we're gonna try to take our arm to touch the wall over there. Now doing these together would probably help you from a balancing standpoint. There we go. And then everything is gonna drive.
Where's my head?
Neutral, just look maybe down at the floor. There would probably be ideal. You don't want to look up because that's going to put tension and stress down here. We want to keep everything locked and secured and only move at the joint that the muscle we're trying to train. And I can see that working. And one last cue here from the bottom is I'm going to want you to stop about 15 degrees lower than the bottom, because once you get here, now there's no more tension. So we want to keep constant tension. So we're going to go about 15 degrees. And then we're gonna come up here to about the top. And then this is going to be our movement. Keeping to secure here and just focusing. So guys, at home, as you're watching this, 3 cues here is number 1, we want to make sure that our side delt is actually on top. So this is going to be different for everybody. So play with it in front of the mirror, play with your body positioning, but the goal is to get this part of our shoulder, this side delt on top. Second cue is we don't want to start the movement by initiating with a shrug. What moves first is going to carry and be the prime mover for that exercise. So by Jared not shrugging, he's moving from the shoulder first. That is going to carry all that load. And then the third cue here that I gave Jared is instead of trying to bring it up, think about taking your hands out, down, and around and trying to touch the walls beside you. And if you can begin to implement these 3 cues into your side laterals, you will feel better. You will have to move much less weight, but at the end of the day, this is what's going to produce the results that you're looking for, which is those nice round cap shoulders, which is going to create a V-taper look, give you more aesthetic, more athletic, and much more dominating look to your physique. All right, guys, remember I mentioned at the beginning of today's video, your results, your success, your transformation is gonna not just have to do with what you do in the gym. Your hormones as a man and as a female as well are gonna be a very big proponent in this. And it's not just what can we do to increase our testosterone, it's what things should we avoid doing. There are so many harmful chemicals, there's so many harmful lifestyle choices that we all make on a daily basis that are having an impact on us. So what we've done, guys, we put a free report together, it's called the 7 worst testosterone killers. If you click that first link down in the first pinned comment below, put your email address, send the report over to you guys right away. But all this is just want to make sure that you're not making these common mistakes that men, women, people all around the world are making. So click the link down there, but begin to practice these cues, these tips in your side laterals, and watch your physique quickly transform. We love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.